Have you ever struggled with who God is? I know I have, and I'm going to tell you a story about that right now, coming up. Hey guys, Waldo's here with Daily We Rise. We exist to help you get closer to and stronger in Christ. Alright guys, so there's a little bit of a backstory before I get into the details of this entire message, but when I was younger, probably about 9 years old, my mom divorced from a stepdad that was pretty abusive. Then I had a stepbrother that was abusive as well in that same relationship. But that ended when I was 9. Up until that point of my life, I had been raised in church. We had been in church every Sunday. We went to this, and this, everything we could go to. Then when that happened, we didn't really go back much anymore because, of course, Mom was a single mom. She had 2 kids, me and my sister at that time, and we just didn't go much. When I was I'd say I was 11 or 12 years old, I started going to church again with somebody from school. It was really funny. He just put his arm around me and started singing, "There ain't no mountain high enough." I thought he was the weirdest kid in the world, but when he did that me and him clicked, and we became best friends. And I started going to church with him, and it was a really controlled group. Specific clothes, specific hairstyles. If you didn't dress the way they do, if you didn't act the way they do, if you didn't have the money that they have, they were very prejudiced, very judgmental group. But at 12 years old, I really didn't notice that, and they were teaching me those things. In about 2004, our house burned down, October 17th, 2004, at 7:06 p.m. Smoke filled my room. I was playing my guitar, never did see it. Never did see any smoke. My mom yelled down the stairs and said, "Hey, there's smoke all in your room. You need to get out." After that, we lost everything we had. I lost everything except for the clothes I was wearing that day. That church I was going to at the time had came in, donated some money to us, said, "Here, you guys can have this." The whole entire church came and did a lot of work to the house. It was really awesome. We did appreciate it. Thankful for what they did. And then they look at my parents after the first day of helping and said, "If you guys want any more help, you guys have to become members of the church." That really struck my dad the wrong way. That struck me the wrong way. It hurt my feelings. Been going to that church for a while, and then for them to tell us that we had to become members of them before they could help me. That is not the way that God works. So one of the things I've always said growing up is God only helps those who help themselves. That is definitely not true. God will help anybody. God will help the homeless man on the side of the street, even if he doesn't try to help himself. All you got to do is ask and believe. So if you get anything from this, I just want you to know there is a God. There is a God out there. He will touch you. He will touch your life if you just ask Him to. Going on down the road just a little bit further is about probably 2 or 3 years after that, my parents started going to church again. They started going to this church that had 4 or 5 members maybe. After we all got there, all 6 kids and 2 parents, there was probably 12 or 13 members total, because my parents had some friends come with us as well. That was all that was in this church. There was a man there trying to become a pastor that ended up having a pill problem, or a drug problem, you should say. There was all kinds of stuff going on behind the scenes in this church that we didn't know. When I was a kid, I didn't know it, but I was still kind of distancing myself from my past situation. And then one day I sat down and I was praying to myself, and I thought, what in the world are we going to do? I mean, we need to grow this church. We need to get it out there. And I got the message. It was one word. It was God. And I didn't have any idea what to do with that. No idea. Fast forward a few months later, and I thought the same thing. What are we going to do? We're right in the same boat again. And all I kept getting was God. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then it hit me. It blows me away every day. God. If you take that word and you break it down, it breaks into 3 letters. G.O.D. And if you take that, you can actually say, get off drugs, get out of divorce, guidance out of debt. There's multiple things if you want. Guidance over desire. There's millions of things you could do to use that. And that just shows you the power in the name of God. There is power in that name. Whether you believe it or not, there's power in that name. And if you don't believe, I invite you to believe. I invite you to listen to these videos that we post. I invite you to get encouraged. You don't even have to believe in God to get encouraged. You can be encouraged by anything. And I encourage you to smile all the time, to show your love, to show the love of Christ to anybody. Nothing is too big for Him. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today here at Daily We Rise. Rise up, shine bright, and don't forget to smile. God bless. We love you.